Good afternoon, Cougar cross-country fans. We are live from Dick Cardinal Stadium, the first cross-country race of the year and the only cross-country race that we'll be bringing to you. So our producer engineer, Baldeep Singh, back in the home office, has already said that we are not having a strong enough signal that we can broadcast on both our platforms. So instead of waiting for the race to begin, we are instead going to move the camera now to across the football field. You can see the grandstand in the distance and a couple of Cougar cheerleaders walking across the way there. And we will work on maybe improving the wireless signal if we can get a wireless access point as we work on our technology. So the race has yet to begin. Again, this is going to be the women's race. The girls are going to run first, and they're going to come down that chute right there, which is in your picture. I'm sorry, it's a little bit bumpy right now. We thought we had a great angle to bring you the race from, where we could show you a lot of different angles with the athletes running on different parts of the track, but just the strength of signal, it's not going to work.
Well, why have we not been doing this?
I don't know. We have we have 3 gallons worth of cookies that is in our refrigerator. Jerry had to tell her, like, your mom said she was looking at the appropriate. Right. And she was
So the girls have entered the stadium, and we're going to have to make a few adjustments, but you can see the leaders. And it's the runners from Seaholm. 8 of the first 9 runners are from Seaholm. Contingent of Cougar runners. And now they are heading out . And the last runner's crossing the line. And they're heading out. So we'll hold the camera here and we'll look out in the distance to see the first Cougar runner, the first runners come in. Got to adjust the tripod here so we get set up. All right, we've got the camera back. And we will wait and look out onto the distance as we will want to see those Cougar Ferndale Eagles, Seaholm Mariner, and Mount Vernon Christian runners coming back on the track. So we'll be taking 2 laps around the course, and you can see out in the distance that they'll run past the middle school and they will go all the way to the end, and where we will really pick them up again will be coming around the center field of the softball stadium. But right now they're heading on the back of the track. This is the only cross-country meet we will be bringing you this year. It's the only one on the schedule that's scheduled to be a home meet. And Hole in the Wall will be delivered on a different live streaming platform. And it will also be live streamed, the large event that the Cougars host every year. Really, except for last year when it was canceled because of the COVID. We're coming to you live on our YouTube channel, Lakewood School District YouTube, and Facebook, Lakewood 306 Facebook channel. And our first group of girls we can now see emerging in the distance, heading over the right field of the baseball stadium and now heading towards the back of Lakewood Elementary School. We'll see if we can't zoom in a little bit and catch them as they make their turn and they head north. See them coming out now just beyond the trees, and it looks like that same pack of 7 Seaholm girls with a couple of Ferndale girls in tow. Remember, when we have a cross-country event, it is both a team and an individual event. The top 7 runners have their places added up, and the lowest score wins the team event. And then, of course, there is the individual events for the top 3 placers for both the girls and the boys. You can see them now heading out behind the softball field before they turn back and come down to the end of lap 1. The boys race will begin at approximately 4:30, right after the girls race. You can see the boys are out and about on the field warming up. And now we have our next set of runners coming on to behind the middle school. And they are going to head out to behind the trees. And as we adjust the camera, you can see that they're heading out behind the trees. And if we pan just a little bit further to the north, you can see the first group of runners coming in around center field of the softball field and starting to make their turn towards the end of their first lap. There is a large pack of girls that are all kind of keeping the same pace. And I don't have a roster of their bib numbers, so all I'll be able to do is tell you what schools they're from. But that will be easy to detect. I guess that's not the first pack of girls. That's a boys team running together. My fault. And now we see the first two runners coming around the stadium and heading in. And you see another pack of runners somewhat spread out left field there at the girls' fast pitch field. First two runners are in the stadium. We'll have a little bit of a wider angle so that you can see the space between the first two runners and the rest of the pack. Both those runners are wearing green, so I'm assuming that they're from Seaholm, although Mount Vernon Christian also is green and white. Seaholm is green and gold. And as we look, we'll see the first two runners coming down the home stretch at the end of their first lap, and you can see that in the distance on the top of your screen, that's the distance between them and runners 2 and 3. So the two Seaholm runners have crossed the finish line at the end of lap 1, and now we'll look at the rest of the pack. It's a Ferndale runner in 3rd, followed by two Seaholm runners in 4th, 5th, and 6th, as well as two Seaholm runners in 7th and 8th, followed closely by a Cougar on the outside shoulder, and then two more Seaholm runners after that. So all Seaholm in the lead. 3rd place is Ferndale. 8th place is Lakewood. Other than that, it's all Seaholm. And as we pan out, we're going to keep it towards the finish line so you can see who's coming in and where down the chute and on the backstretch, and who then is crossing the front. And there are 3 Cougar runners crossing the line. A couple more racers from Seaholm. A Ferndale runner. And more runners coming into the stadium and more runners crossing the line, heading out for their second lap. Couple more runners now turning the corner. Couple more runners crossing the line. 3 more on the back stretch. 1 more entering the chute, and still 1 more or so out on the course. We've got 5 more runners now completing their first lap. I expect at any time now that we'll see the lead runners. Yes, and there they are. The lead runners out by Lakewood Middle School. See if we can zoom in a little bit, get a better view of them out there. Coming out of the center field batter's eye. Yes, there are the first 2 runners, still the 2 C-home runners, 1 and 2, heading out towards another couple runners now emerging from the back of the cross-country trail. You can see them coming kind of one at a time, framed against the choir room at Lakewood Middle School. Now we'll wait as they are out of view, and we'll wait to see the leaders come around the corner and down the chute for the end of their final lap. We see the runners out at a distance now around the big toy, and here are our first runners coming into view. See them out in left field of the varsity softball field, and they're going to make the turn there in center field. We're going to get a chance to see them, and it is again our first two runners are from Seaholm, 1 and 2. Although they are not as close together as they were, one of the runners has put a little bit of distance between her and second place. So we widen the angle. You can see that there is a gap. There's certainly a gap between first and second and third, which is still not pictured yet, coming right into your view. Our leader is rounding the final turn. And our winner from Seaholm, in second place, a runner from Seaholm. And now we've got a race on the far side. Ferndale's in third, Seaholm's in fourth, followed by a Cougar in fifth, and then 3 more Seaholm runners. Rounding the final turn, it looks like the Ferndale runner will finish comfortably in third place. The race is going to be for fourth between a Seaholm runner and a Lakewood runner. The Ferndale runner is third. The Seaholm runner holds off the Lakewood challenge for fourth. Seaholm runner is fifth, sixth, and seventh. So I think it's safe to say, as the eighth runner, number 8th place comes in, that Seaholm is going to win the team event as well as the individual event, as they will have 7 of the top 9 scores, 1 score for Lakewood and 1 score for Ferndale. So the battle is going to be now in the team challenge for second place. And I may have lost audio there. I might have lost audio there for a little while. Just had to switch power packs. I'm not sure if we were still broadcasting or not. I hope we were. But just put the new power pack on and here we are. We can see the runners now coming out by the middle school, going out by the trees and heading out to the back of the school. Runners are now behind Lakewood Elementary School. It looks like one of the runners has put a little bit of distance between him and the chasing pack of 4 or 5 runners, and then there's another group behind that. So they are starting to spread out as they move on the backside of the course. Our first group of runners are now coming out into center field. We're going to be able to get a look at them. Our first look, and it looks like a Lakewood runner is still in first place, but he's got another runner right on his heels. So it looks like a Cougar is in first, followed by a runner from Ferndale, 2 runners from Ferndale, and second and third, followed by 2 Lakewood runners after that. As we will zoom out now and try and capture more runners and more of the race. And coming around the turn, it is indeed a Lakewood runner. Followed by a Seaholm runner. 2 Seaholm runners, 2 Cougar runners, and then 3 more Seaholm runners. And then finally 2 Cougar runners behind them. They're heading back on the course for their second time around.
Reel him in, buddy, reel him in! Keep him close! Let's go, Grayson!
Well, the pack of runners coming across after their first lap. The boys have started to stretch out a little bit as we have our first group on the cross-country trail. And we have our last group coming into the stadium. We're going to keep the camera right here, kind of on the final turn, so we get a shot of everybody coming around the corner. Next group of runners coming around the corner. And it looks like we have 4 or 5 more runners just coming in the stadium to complete their first lap. Couple more runners coming into the stadium. About this time, we should start seeing the first group of runners, and there indeed we do. We have our first group of runners coming in out by the middle school. Our lead runner is just now passing the batter's eye and is going to head out towards the elementary school. You can see him going past the tree there. Our next runner is just coming out of the batter's eye. So that was a fairly tight race coming in after the first lap, but it looks like the Lakewood runner has separated himself a little bit and is now got a nice lead. Runners are starting to really be in single file now as they go out. Very little racing going on right now on the course, other than people maintaining their pace and trying to stay with the runner there. Of course, we know this is about individual times and running their best race. An improvement over the course of the year. The last runners in the first group have crossed the finish line, are now heading out onto the cross-country trail. And we have our first runner now. We can see them out there. It's about to turn the corner in center field. We'll get our eyes on it, but it looks like a runner from the Cougars. And indeed it is. It's a Lakewood Cougar leading the pack. And as we zoom out, you can see the distance that has been created between the first place runner and the second place runner. And we're going to follow him on his final lap. Cougar runner is going to finish first as he crosses the line. And now we have the Seaholm runner coming in. And we have a third Lakewood runner now coming around the corner. So Lakewood 1 and 3, Seaholm 2 and 4, but the Lakewood runner's putting on a kick. And he's going to pass him to finish fourth. Fifth, Seaholm sixth. And the first Ferndale runner is now finishing. Another race here with the Lakewood runner putting on a kick and passing a Seaholm runner. And he will finish ahead of the Seaholm runner. Another Lakewood runner trying to chase down the Seaholm runner, but it just not enough. Not enough time, not enough speed. So we're going to now just kind of leave the camera on the near turn, and we will capture the rest of the finishers. Well, Mount Vernon Christian finishing here. And a nice race at the end.
Let's go, Grayson!
Group of runners. Oh, the Lakewood runner able to pass him. Oh, almost two of them almost passed that scene. Lots of runners now finishing. It's going to be a very close team score as Lakewood and Seaholm pretty much evenly split the top 6 finishers. So it's really going to come down to the final 4 racers for each team, and I have lost count. I don't know which has had more. And we're just going to keep focusing on the final turn as the runners finish. More runners still finishing on the back of the course. The group now coming around center field. All right, our final series of runners coming in off the course. I'm not sure how many more runners we have out on the course. I do see one out by the batter's eye, another by Lakewood Middle School. So I know we have at least 3 more runners on the course. Some runners on the backstretch. And into the final turn. See another runner just coming off the cross-country trail out by Lakewood Middle School. Couple more runners coming in to finish. Couple more runners entering to the stadium. Another runner coming in. Lakewood runner on the back stretch. Another runner coming in amongst the center field. I see another one in left field. I haven't seen a runner coming on to the Lakewood Middle School for a while, but I do not know if we have other runners back on the back part of the course. Lakewood runner coming down the stretch. And we have a couple of runners on the back stretch. Runner coming down the chute. There we go. Couple more runners coming in. So a couple more runners here in the stadium. I don't see any more competitors on the course, so we'll see if this is our final competitor. Oh, one more coming in now. I see out in center field. Reminder that this is the only cross-country meet we'll be bringing to you this year. The hole in the wall will be brought to you on other platforms, and they're working to have multi-cameras to bring you more of the race than I can with just my one camera. We are only hosting one cross-country meet this year, so that's why we're only showing one. There won't be a cross-country meet that we won't show. We are going to try and bring every home game to you, home event or match, soccer, volleyball, cross country today, as well as football. Those home events will be live streaming on our YouTube platform or our Facebook platform. Hope you can join us. Hope you subscribe. Hope you like us. Hope you're enjoying the fact that we're bringing you these events. So I'm not sure if this is the final competitor on the course. I don't see any others, but that's not to say that they aren't out there. Could be behind the stadium on the cross-country trail still, or it could be other places. So we're going to say that that's the final runner since I do not see any more. Appreciate you joining us. Today for the cross-country match. Appreciate you tuning in to us for all of our live stream events. I hope that you have enjoyed the pictures we've presented and what little commentary I can provide. I'm sorry I didn't have any names or numbers. We'll work on that for the future. Again, we'll be back Friday night for football, Friday Night Lights. There'll be some new safety guidelines out around some of the new Department of Health guidelines that we'll have to follow. That information will be coming out from the district shortly. And we hope to see you on the broadcast, on the live stream, or in person. So, from Lakewood Cross Country,